Hey, how's it going? My name's Joshua Kinchlow, and I am jkdreaming.com. I run jkdreaming.com. I've been making websites for about 20 years, and now I'm going to start documenting it and putting stuff up and hopefully helping some of you people out because I care. I actually do. A lot of people have helped me out in the years, so I'm here to return the favor. This is a quick tutorial on how to get up and running with WP Google Maps really quickly. So here we go. I recommend getting, just so you know, the pro version is actually kind of worth paying for. Pro add-on right there. It's not very clear where the buy button is. You got to scroll down a long ways. You think, oh, is that the buy button finally? No, that's not the buy button. Oh, here we go. And the biggest thing on the page is this gray thing, and the buy now button is the least prominent thing on the page. Guys, I really recommend that you put up proper buttons for this so that people can quickly see it. In fact, I recommend you put a buy now button right here. It would be really cool. Here, let's see what that would look like. Hold on. Let's take this buy now button. There you go. Okay, so even if you had a buy now button right there, that would be so much more helpful. Great. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about buying this. So you buy it. Yes, even my janky code that I inserted real quick will work. You buy it, you pay with PayPal, and you get the plugin, the Pro plugin. Now, just to be clear, you have to first come over here. We're using Divi on this website, my favorite. Add new first and install their main plugin. God, even if you type Google, this pops up fast. So this is a pretty popular plugin, which is good news. And just to be very clear, they've done a really good job with this plugin. How do I know? Because it looks like this. And they will be happy to know that I am using their plugin to help people find Triple J's marijuana in all kinds of areas. So they were a medical dispensary prior, and they're mainly dealing in California. And in this case, we're using the Google Maps API. Get it going. Now, the good news is they've got really good documentation on the Google Maps setup. Why is that complicated? Now, it's not that it's complicated. It's just more of a process. Google's made it more of a process to actually get a hold of their APIs. They won't charge you. They're like, okay, we did it for free for long enough, so we really want to start charging you for this. So that's what they did. Now, the way that you do it, you install this plugin, right? And then you go to the upload, right? You choose the file, because what's going to happen is they're going to send you, they meaning these guys are going to send you an email with a download link. You're going to get the file, and you just come on over here, and you choose the file. And that's it. So, moving on. After you've installed the plugin, and they've got good instructions on installing that plugin, you will see that you've got the WP Google Maps Pro add-on. And it's got to be active. And this has to be active as well. So, they work together. They made it so that this enables these features. So, not a bad way to protect your investment of time. Okay, so first and foremost, some of the things in here are a little bit confusing. By confusing, I mean a little wonky. So, you gotta get basic. One thing that I recommend, especially if you're a developer, is just using a Google Excel document. So use your Google Docs, then you just copy the URL and put it in there, and it'll import it. Didn't work with addresses, and this is the only thing where they kind of like flubbed it a bit. Didn't work with the addresses. I had to go in and get the latitudes and the longitudes for all these, which it kind of sucked. So I had to put in the addresses and get this information. Moving on after that, though, just to find something like that, let's see if we can get you one real quick. There we go. This one's a good one. This is the one that I actually used. I literally pasted the full address. Didn't matter what it was. I pasted the full address in here and it sped it out. And I was able to just copy and paste it. So in this case, where's the original one that I used? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Copy the address in this right here. Over here. Yes. Copy the address in this and you will be just fine to convert all of those settings. Now, coming back, I had an error right off the bat. It didn't input the titles. It didn't do anything correct. Don't know why. Don't care. After I went and deleted, I had to select all and delete a bunch. Notice I've got 53 entries, but this says 434. And that's because it took a while for it to actually just work. It just didn't work. Nice motorcycle sound there. But you're able to go in, add in your information the way that this looks. ID, leave it blank. Map ID, you have one map. I made it one. I deleted all the address information because it just killed the system, the process, and didn't give me anything. I'll explain that more later, why I did that. Well, actually, I don't need to explain it. This latitude and longitude will supposedly pull in an address, and it did. It pulled in an address. Some of them were incorrect, I found, but it's okay. We didn't need a description, didn't have a pic, didn't have a link or an icon, just a super simple, this is where they're located type thing. Longitude, longitude gathered from the getlat or the latlong.net converter right there. Is it animated? I put no, because when I did put it, the map icons were bouncing like they were dancing to Slam. You remember that song? Let the boys be boys. Yeah, anyway. So that didn't work out. Put it to 0, no animation. Title, pretty self-explanatory. They're missing some titles in here. Kind of, whatever. Info open. So does it automatically open? No, we want it closed. Category, none. That, I can see how in some maps are a little bit, it could be necessary if you had a really complex map. I don't believe that a lot of businesses are going to need categories, but I know that I'll never need it. I shouldn't say that. I'll probably get a job next week that says, oh, can we put categories in the map? And I'll be like, son of a God. Okay, fine. But anyway, so is it approved? That was kind of a weird setting too. Is it approved? Of course it's approved. So put 1 there. Is it Retina? Nobody cares. I don't care. It's an SVG, I believe. So screw it. Type, empty. Other data, empty. So you just need those. I just left these all in the CSV. Didn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to the machine. The only thing that's actually required is the map ID. This is actually required. So don't forget that. So now we go to the import area. Now I'm going to go ahead and, oh yeah, I got to click on advanced. I'm going to go ahead and just do it because it doesn't matter because it'll be fine. So I'm going to grab my link to this sheet, right? So I got to grab this one because it's got no addresses. Notice even on here, map listings, no address. I have a copy that actually has the addresses too. Copying that, import from URL or file upload. You could do a file upload if you like to, but in this case, so that we can share the document, I figured it would be smarter to use that. Go ahead and choose import. Find addresses. Apply import data to the map, and yes, replace the map data. We don't want duplicates. Delete import file? No, we don't want to do that. That would be ridiculous. Cool. So let's see if I screwed everything up by doing that. No, didn't screw everything up. Wait, I said that too early. No, didn't screw everything up. Okay, good. That works for me. So we've got the ability to go map, terrain, satellite. You can turn all this stuff off. I'm not going to get too into that kind of stuff here, but you can turn all that stuff off. And you got schedule, export, map data, all these different things, marker data. I'm not going to worry about all that stuff. I did my full import. I'm done for that. That works. Categories, I left it alone. I don't need categories. Not for this. You can do categories, but I did notice that when I tried to create a category, it didn't work. So, I'm not going to sweat that. I'm not going to sweat that at all. So your default settings. Okay. I guess I'm not going to take the time to go ahead and say all these things. Just go ahead and look at this. Pause. All these settings work. This was important because the search button didn't show up when I chose 4. So if I came over here and used Font Awesome 4, didn't work. Most likely that's because I'm already loading a different Font Awesome, maybe a conflict of sorts. But that causes an issue that I don't, man, it's even loading bad. Look at that, see, so no search icon. Put it back to 5. Search icon. So it's like Arctic and Antarctic. Arctic means got polar bears. Antarctic means no polar bears. Now you know. So this is the Antarctic. This is the Arctic. Got polar bears. So search bar icons are now forever to be known as polar bears. So the polar bear's there. Okay. Let's talk about some other stuff in here. Info windows. So these little puppies, there's some different options. I stuck with the original ones. You could try these other ones, but I didn't like the way it just kind of popped up in the side. So as is right now, they pop up real nice like this. But responsively, these other options, I don't know if they're going to look quite right. And besides, look at this. So they may want to go back to formula on that and think up how to fix that, because that's not exactly handy looking. So let's just leave it be basic. They got some work to do on that to make that. I mean, if you're paying for a plugin, that's one thing that I'll say. If you're paying for a plugin, it should just work. And I shouldn't have to think of other weird CSS to make that work. It should just work. And if they come back and go, well, you're not doing it right. Well, you know, I shouldn't have to know a right way to do that. I should be able to click on that and it just works, right? Right. So usability, they need some work on that with these puppies. Right. I didn't even try that one. I wonder how that one looks. Let's see. Maybe this one looks better. Sure doesn't. Okay. Done messing with that for now. Let's just put it back to the normal one. Because I'm not getting paid a lot of money to actually install this plugin. So, yes, it is about money. Don't ever think it isn't. It's what we do for a living. And if you look at somebody that does this for a living and say, come on, man, I thought we were friends. Well, then you're disrespecting your friend now, aren't you? So, also there was a weird, I put in this code right here because there was a weird gap from the legacy version of this that pops up above here because it's holding the older legacy search area. That's what that is. So we don't want that. We want that gone. So we got rid of that gap using this CSS. Freeze frame. Now you got that. And that gap will go away. Just like that. Okay. So one thing I wish it did is allowed you to use the return button. I have no idea why this doesn't use the return button to actually allow me to get in on this action. But the directions area is really nice. Get directions, text it, just put your text in there. It's actually pretty. So, not mad at that. 94114. Now we're back to the original area. San Francisco. Beautiful. You can change your radius if you want. But it does the job. Full screen. Goes full screen. Won't really need that right here, but it does. What are some other things that I ran into here? Marker listings. These are all my settings for the default marker listings. Not into that yet. Not into that. Let's go to the actual map area itself. So after you import your listings, they all pop up here under the map that they're associated with. This is where you enter just one, and you also get a map preview. Now, I want my map to look a little different. So if I hit save, right? And I refresh. Boom. My map changed. Say that I wanted to adjust this a little better. Okay. Save. By adjusting it there, you adjust the focus of the map on the front end. Kind of cool. That makes stuff pretty easy, right? Not bad at all. That's intuitive, in my opinion. Oh, require consent. You could do that if you're worried about it. I know nothing about those laws, so I'll look it up. I'll look it up someday. So I'll look it up when somebody tells me I need to. How about that? Okay, so you got these different map look options. That's kind of cool. The red's a little moody. A little dark. Kind of like the gray. It's not too shabby. Stick with the gray for now. Okay, so directions, enable it, yes. Store locator, enable it, yes. That's how you get the search bar in there. The modern radius style makes it look like a dartboard. I don't dig it, so I left it on this one. Switched everything to miles. Let's actually leave this to 10 miles. I'm going to save that. Didn't have to worry about... Actually, I wish that it would remember the tab you were on. But anyway, this I have set to these, but you can use global settings as well. You can enable these different layers, bicycle or whatever kind of thing. And this right here, the default marker, it's actually kind of nice. So you come in here, it's got all these color options and icon options. I chose fire. Hit return because, again, the search bar, where is it at? They hid it there. So that's not good UI. Not at all. But come here, click this, and then there we go. Now it loaded. Choose a green that I'm into. I'm into this green. Cool. But I already found the green that I like, so I'm not going to mess with that. So you choose that. Oh, you actually use icon. You click that. I was originally looking, where's the done button? Because I'd hit back to marker and I didn't realize I had to actually choose an icon here. So don't forget that if you're lost on that. Okay. Marker listing options. Okay. No marker listing. I'm good there. Because I'm not using the list. Not using the carousel. I'm not using any of that stuff. So if I did, I mean, I guess I could. Yeah. See what that looks like. I guess it's all right. Background color is a little eh. Let's see if I can actually adjust that in the back. Make that actually work with the system that we're using. And there's no background color area right there. Just double checking. Nope. So that means I'm going to have to actually come in here. It's actually kind of cool. Not mad at that. It's not bad at all. So we go back to the advanced settings. We'll add that to the CSS here. I know this video has been a little drawn out, but it's been kind of cool as well. You can also just show, it gives you a preview here. So that's on the side right there. The carousel happens below. The advanced table. Basic list. Yeah. Basic table. Ooh, no. Then no marker listing. Carousel is not bad though. I'm actually kind of, let's see what this actually looks like. Did we save this stuff over here? Is it under? Yeah, we did. We saved that. Okay. So let's get rid of that. Now that's gone right there. Now we got this little drop down. Okay. Okay, so that changed our UI. And this is a little weird too. Do you see that? That's a little handy. So I don't like that. That means I got to do some more work. I don't want to configure that too much. I will say this to people that make plugins. Don't do it half. Don't do it half. Oh, look at that. We can change the carousel to above the map if we want to. See what that looks like. I'm thinking this is going to crash and burn. No. Not cool. Yep. Not cool at all. Below is definitely better. So see. Let's try some other colors. Let's go black. And you know, if this was butting up, if this legal docs thing wasn't there, I would say cool, but it is, so. Not really in the mood to generate a gradient at the moment. So the real question is what would that be like with mobile? Oh, no. Okay. Go smaller, iPhone 5. Okay, so we know for a fact, though, that if we do this with an iPhone 6, 7, or 8, the potential for it to not show up properly is real. Look at that. So this should have a default. So you're going to have to do some work with this, no matter what it would seem, which is not cool. If we did end up doing this work, it wouldn't be too tough, actually. We'd just go in, find the out item, right? It's my dog. She makes noises like she's a little piggy. It's hilarious. Anyway, what I've decided, though, is because, I mean, it's a cool feature. Not really digging the auto-generated color scheme. It's a cool feature, but because I can't count on it on every screen right off the bat, I'm going to have to turn that off. And besides, that looks better anyway, doesn't it? That looks way better. You know what? I don't really dig the satellite map thing anyway. Let's see. Let's go ahead back over here to advanced. To the settings. Let's see. Maps. Disable the street view. Disable the map type. Don't need it. Unnecessary. Let's see here. Don't need it at all. Okay. Cool. That's better. Let's take a look at an iPhone 5 version. How would it look full screen? Okay. Not bad. And of course, I disabled the scroll thing because if you turn on that scroll, it'll like, your page will be like, and it'll just go, and you'll be like, what the heck just happened? So always disable on these maps the scroll wheel control for that because it's just kind of lame. Just lame. Let's see here. On mobile, let's see. I wonder if I can actually reduce. I'm thinking of getting rid of the range thing. I wonder if I can actually get rid of the range setup easily. Or the radius. Oh yeah, I disabled the 2-finger pan. That way you can do it with one. Those people like putting one finger on their phones anyway. But anyway, I'm not going to sweat that anymore. I believe that that information, everything that we covered, should give you a full setup of this plugin, giving you the ability to fully understand what it takes to get this puppy moving. Things that I think that they should work on with this. Let's see here. WP Google Maps. Okay. You guys should definitely make it so that this makes more sense. Because if I type something in here, this icon doesn't reset. So if I go, doesn't go, right? I go for here. I click this. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go. And I've already searched something, so now it just resets. So I typed in something, and then I've got to go retype again, 91604. Again, I can't click that and get anywhere. I click this and I get somewhere. Okay, cool. But when I click here, selecting this or focusing on this box should automatically reset this. Now, I noticed that the function changed right there, right? That changed. It shouldn't change that. It should just simply let me interact with this box and then search again. So I'm sure there's a reason, but frankly, it's just not a great, what the heck? Oh, okay. I'm probably touching something. Yeah. There's a scroll up button right there. Okay. So the ability to choose where I place this might be interesting too, to avoid getting in the way of scroll up buttons and stuff like that. But anyway, so overall, good plugin. I'm not mad at it at all. It's doing the job for what I need right now, and I appreciate you. So all the guys over at WP Google Maps, thank you for creating this. It is beautiful, and it is modern, and it is really nice. There's some usability things that I really recommend that you work on. But I think that the people that watch this video may be able to get up and running quicker after watching this video. So, have a great day, guys. Check out jkdreaming.com. Send me some work. Love you. Bye-bye.